Hi, and welcome to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypothesis by using computer game engines. We're currently in the 1990 season, and we're trying to win the National League West as the Los Angeles Dodgers. Our caveat from the normal team is that Alfredo Griffin will not be our starting shortstop. It started out Mike Sharperson. It's currently Jose Vizcaino. We're in the second game of a 4-game set at home against the Cincinnati Reds, who were the second place team, but have been jumped momentarily by the San Francisco Giants. All the hype of this series has caused the Giants to tap on the glass and say, hey, remember us? We're in this too. They're at 27-22, 2.5 games behind the Dodgers, and Cincinnati, after the loss in the previous game, 16-2, is now 3 games back. Today's matchup, the Reds send perhaps their ace, Jose Rijo, to the mound against the Dodgers' Mike Morgan. This will be the final game on the schedule for June 1st, 1990. It'll be an first opportunity for the Dodgers to win a 30th game, which would tie them with the Minnesota Twins, who lead the American League West. They're ahead of the Chicago White Sox by 4.5 games and Oakland by 4.5 games. Surprisingly, Cleveland leads the AL East. Well, is tied for first in the AL East with Toronto, as Boston roared out to an early lead but now is 3 games back. As you look at your screen, you see the results from June the 1st. Doug Drabek throwing a shutout against the Montreal Expos is a highlight there. But we're interested in this game right here. I'm sure the Reds are embarrassed, and it'll be a stiff competition today. Not only hitting, but also against their lineup. Hitting against Jose Rijo will be difficult, as well as pitching against this formidable Reds lineup. Things look okay there. So let's build our lineup for today. We're going to go with our regular lineup, except for Juan Samuel will not be available. Unfortunately, this is our final game before Lenny Harris should be back. So we're going to have to go with Jeff Hamilton in the lineup at third and move Mike Sharperson to second. But that's not where we're starting off. That's with Eddie Murray. At first, Cal Daniels will play left, Mike Scioscia will catch, and Kirk Gibson will play in center field. Next up, Stan Javier will play right field. Mike Sharperson will move to second base. Jose Vizcaino will play shortstop. And because Samuel needs the break, Jeff Hamilton will get another start. Probably the last time we'll see him for a while, as Harris should be back in the third game of the series. Looking at our starters, Morgan is the only one that's available. And in terms of a bullpen, Fernando is back. The only person who is still out is Walsh, who only threw 14 pitches 2 days ago. Okay. Looks like everything's set up. Dodgers with a win today could earn at least a split. I know that's not what they're looking for. Rijo's ERA is 2.77 and he's 5-2. Morgan is 4-2 with an ERA of 3.62. The wind is blowing in, very different than yesterday, where The wind was definitely blowing out. There's the bench for the Dodgers. Not much to talk about. Those are real stats, not the ones that are currently going on. All right. We're all set. One option I'm going to change before we start is we're not going to hide the stats today. We're trying a different outlay. You might see this field look a little different. We'll see how it goes today. We'll see how well I did setting up the correct dimensions in terms of the fence and the bases. So if there's a mistake, it's my fault. Here we go. First pitch of the game against Barry Larkin. It's a ground ball to Vizcaino. Grabs it. Long toss to Murray. There's one out. And I can already see at first base. I apologize. I did not get the lineup correctly on the base. And it looks like he's off the base when he's really on. So we'll have to deal with it in this game and hopefully fix it for the future. One out for Morris. Howls up. It's a fly ball. It's blasted. Javier's watching it go into the bullpen, it looks like. Yep. 1-0 Reds. And there's a change from the last game. I don't believe the Reds ever led. They were down 2-0 early. And the Dodgers are going to have to come back to win this game. This is 4th home run, 355 feet, 1-0 Reds. Next up is Duncan. Morgan's 1-1 pitch. The curveball hit to left. Daniels should have it. Along the line. 2 out for Eric Davis. Currently hitting .254 on the season. It's a ground ball to Hamilton. Strong throw to Murray. Through half an inning, the Reds get a home run from Morris. It's 1-0. Eddie Murray will start off the bottom of the first. The 1-2 pitch from Rijo. There's a fly ball. Looks to be Eric Davis's. He's under it. He's got it. 1 out. For Cal Daniels. And he gets a base hit into right field. Braggs picks it up. Kind of goads Daniels, but he'll hold with a single for Scioscia. 1-1 offering to Scioscia is a base hit in the gap. Can Daniels score? Poor play by Davis. Davis does have a good arm. There's a 71% chance of scoring here from Davis's arm, and we're going to hold him with 1 out. Even though Gibson's up next, we're not going to take a chance. So 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for Gibson. 460 on base here. An OPS is 768. All right, we'll see if I made the right choice. The fly ball should get Daniels home. Strikeout will not. Pitch from Rijo. 2-2. There's a liner right at Larkin. 2 out for Javier. Good numbers, 484 on base. See if Rio gets out of the jam. Or if Javier can come through. The 3-2 pitch. Is a ground ball to Larkin. He should have it. Easy throw to Morris, and the Dodgers don't score. It's 1-0 after 1, which I'm okay with. I could have tried it at 71%, might have scored. Might not have. And I trust this lineup to get 5 runs a game, although against Rio, that's not going to be easy with an ERA of 2.7, whatever it is. So, we'll see if that was a foreshadow of the rest of the game. It shouldn't be. The more important thing is have Morgan pitch better. Start off the 2nd against Bragg. The 1-1. Hit to right. Well hit. Javier under it though. And he closes the mitt. 1 out. For Sabo. Morgan's 2-2 pitch is a pop-up. Vizcaino's calling for it. Behind third on the grass, 2 out for Hatcher, who's really struggling thus far. The 2-2 offering is a ground ball to Vizcaino. He comes up on the infield grass, over to Murray. We're through 1.5, 1-0 Reds. Sharperson leads off the bottom of the second against Rijo. It's a ground ball. Looks like Morris is going to get to it. An underhand to Rijo. 1 out. For Vizcaino, who's hitting .301 on the season. The 1-2 pitch from Rijo is a comebacker. Over to Morris. Easy out. 2 outs for Hamilton. The 1-2 struck him out. His first K of the game, and through 2, it's 1-0 Reds. Now, even though we're losing 1-0, you got to play the game like it's tied or we're ahead. We're not going to take chances. We're going to, with this lineup, my money's on they can score 5 runs or close to it, even against a good pitcher. But we'll see. Morgan starts off the third against Oliver, the catcher. Joe hitting .225, hits a liner. Vizcaino makes the catch. Not a great play, but it showed some advanced animation there. Sped up. Made the play. 1 out for the pitcher Rijo, who's hitting .208, which is actually pretty good. 5 hits and 24 at-bats thus far with a double. The 2-0 pitch from Morgan. Ground ball to Hamilton. He should make this play. 2 out. For the top of the order, Larkin's up again. The 1-1 from Morgan is a base hit into right. Javier gets it, throws it back in quickly, and Larkin will hold at the single. 2 out single for Morris, who had the home run, and he has good numbers here. .410 average, .455 on base, 6 slug, for a total of 1.055. Here we go. Morgan's pitch to Morris. So 1-0. Count. There's the pitch, a cutter, hit on the ground to Vizcaino. He's going to go the long way, and he didn't get him. Maybe should have gone to Sharperson there. Guess he waited too long for it. So we have first and second now, and Duncan is up. He does not have good numbers here. But this is a jam for Morgan. A base hit here could give the Reds a 2-0 lead. Got to buckle down here. 0-2 pitch to Duncan. The cutter hit deep. Javier seems to have it. He's got it. Big play there. We're through 2.5, 1-0 Reds. Morgan will lead off against Rijo. Hasn't had a hit yet in the season. And Larkin makes a great play to get him. Wow. Still no hits for Morgan on the season. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Here's Murray against Rijo. The 1-2 pitch is hit high on the right in the right field, but Bragg should have it. Along the line, 2 out for Daniels, who singled his first time up. The 0-1 pitch is a pop-up. Larkin should have this one. We're third of the way through the game. 1-0 Reds. All right, middle of the order against Morgan here in the fourth. Starting off with Eric Davis. And he walks. 3-2 pitch almost hit him. For Braggs, who's been hitting well. They got him the first time, though. Morgan's 1-0 offering is a base hit to left. Daniels picks it up. Let's see if Davis tries his arm. He does not. It's first and second. Nobody out. Morgan again in a jam. This is familiar territory. In last game against the Reds, Tim Belcher was in a jam in the top of the third. You can go back and watch that game, the previous one. Game 48 of the season. And he got out of it, and the Dodgers offense responded and blew the game open. The Reds trying to do that here with Sabo, Hatcher, and Oliver. See what Morgan can do about it. The 0-2 pitch to Sabo. It's a curveball that's blasted into the gap, and that's probably going to score 2. Davis will score easily. Bragg's going to try it. He holds at third. It's 2-0 Red. It's 7th of the season for Sabo. And Morgan's on the ropes. You've given up 2 already. Hatcher, Oliver, and Rio, and he hasn't recorded an out here in the 4th. It's too early to think about pulling him. He's going to have to respond. We're not going to bring the infield up, though. So Morgan's going to have to work hard here. He had a 0-2 pitch on him, and he couldn't get him out. A 0-1 against Hatcher is a ground ball to third. That'll score Bragg. Is he going to? Nope, he's going to throw to Socha. They got Braggs in a rundown. And Braggs is out. A big play there by the third baseman. Hamilton makes a gutsy move and throws to the plate. I didn't even get a choice on that one. That would have been an interesting choice to make. But that cuts down that run. So it's still 2-0. Now there's runners at first and second. Sabo doesn't even move up on the play. It's first and second, 1 out for Oliver and Rijo. And Morgan hasn't. There's a path to get through this inning, only down 2-0. Let's see if he can do it. Got to get somebody out here. The 2-2 is a ground ball again to Hamilton. Is this a chance for 2? The runner is out, and the hitter makes 2, and the Dodgers get out of the inning. Whew, with only giving up 1 run after a situation where a run had scored in second and third and nobody out. They don't give up anything afterwards. Very similar to Tim Belcher, but can the Dodgers offense respond? We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 Reds. Socha will start off the bottom of the 4th against Rijo. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball. Left field. Hatcher seems to have a bead on it. That's 1 out. Excuse me. For Gibson. The 2-2 pitch is a strikeout. That's Rio's second. He has 51 on the season and 34 walks. His ERA is currently at 2.63. 2 out for Javier. Grounded out in the first inning with runners on second and third. It's a comebacker to Rio, over to Morris, and the way Rio is pitching, this is going to be a long game for the offense. We're through 4. It's 2-0 Reds. To the top of the 5th. Morgan against his opponent, Rio, and Rio hits a single into left field. And if that would have happened last inning, it'd be 4-0. But timing is everything. Rio, a 63% chance to steal. We're going to have to throw over there. Rio makes it back. Now it's 91%. We're going to throw over there again. I think that helps. It's down to 67. I'm going to throw again. Still 69. I don't think he's going to go down. Especially with Larkin up there. Morgan's got to focus on him. See what happens here. The 2-1 pitch to Larkin. There goes Rio. And he hits a fly ball to left. Daniels, in his tracks, reaches up, makes the catch. 1 out. Rio retreats. Now it's down to 52% for Morris, who has a home run and 2 hits on the game. A single and a home run. Versus Morgan. Trying to get through 5. 70 pitches already. Duncan on deck. The 1-0 pitch to Morris. There goes Rio on a 52% chance. Ground ball to Vizcaíno. Only plays to first because they put him in motion. And they get Morris. Rio moves into scoring position. Not much of a chance for third, though. So it comes down to Duncan, who's 0 for 2. Not good numbers. 199 average, OPS of 596. So we're going to pitch to him and see if we can get Morgan through 5. Only giving up 2 runs. The 0-1 pitch is a fly ball. Gibson should have this. Tracking left. Reaches up. And he makes a great play. Apparently that was a bigger hit than I thought. A deep fly ball to right center. Drifts back. He dives for it. And puts it away. And fortunately did not get injured on the play. We're through 4.5. It's 2-0 Reds. Rijo almost halfway through his expected pitch count. And almost halfway through the game. Faces Sharperson to start off the bottom of the 5th. The 3-0 pitch. And he walks. And that is one thing that he does a lot of. He's 35 now on the season. And Sharperson has a good chance to steal here. And we're at the lower part of this lineup. Can we steal a run with these guys? Oliver, I cannot see. Due to my poor placement of the markers, I cannot see what kind of arm Oliver has. Let's see if I hold this here. So arm's a 6. It's above average. We're going to need a little help today. So we're going to try to steal here. Unless they throw over. We'll see. Don't usually do this. But against Rijo, we can already tell you it's going to be tough to score. He's in there. That's his 5th stolen base of the season. And we got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. So if Vizcaino can make contact and move him over, and then maybe Hamilton can hit a fly ball, we can score a run. Those are very unlikely outcomes, but we'll see what happens. Vizcaino 0 for 1 so far. Going to take a 0-1 pitch, and he hits a ground ball, but to the wrong side. It's over to Larkin. Throws to Morris, 1 out. Sharperson could not move over. So now you're going to need a hit. Hamilton or Morgan. One guy's hitting 0, and one guy's hitting .095. So let's just hope he uses a lot of pitches. That's about all I can say there. The 1-2 pitch is a liner right at Larkin. He's been busy today. 2 out for Morgan. He's going to have to help himself here with the hit. Otherwise, Sharperson's walk and steal don't matter. The 2-2 offering from Rijo. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Rijo. He's put him in different places. Not a big gun there, but strategically doing well. We're through 5. It's still 2-0 Reds. And boy, Rijo is just showing off right now against this Dodger lineup. Eric Davis starts off the 6th, and Morgan's under a microscope right now. Ground ball to Hamilton. Great play. The throw to first. And they get him a sensational play by the youngster. Wow. Filling in for Harris. Makes a nice play on defense there. 1 out versus Bragg. Morgan's pitch is a ground ball, this time to Vizcaino. He's over to Murray. 2 out. So Morgan settled down. 2 runs is not too much to give up in a game, but against Rijo, it might be. Normally, this would be a quality, it is a quality start, but it would be an easy win for the Dodger lineup. Usually would support him, but not today. At least not thus far. We're through 5.5, 2-0 Reds. All right, 3rd time through the lineup for the Dodgers. The 2 big catalysts are up, and they need to do something to Rijo right now to get back in this game. We'll start off with Eddie Murray. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the 1-2 pitch from Rijo. And, oh, he strikes out. Okay. 4th strikeout for Rijo. I didn't know what happened with the animation there. They throw him out at first. The ball was dropped. 1 out. So nothing there. For Daniels, who has 1 hit, a single against Rijo earlier in the game. 1 for 2, and now he's 2 for 3 with a base hit into right. But I think Rijo will take that all day. All right, 1 out for Scioscia. About average numbers here, but against Rijo, that's pretty good. On base of 408. So we'll see what Scioscia can do with Daniels locked at first. He's not running. The 2-1 is a liner to Duncan. Daniels doesn't go anywhere. 2 out for Gibson. Tying run currently is at the plate. 770 OPS with only a slug of 309. But he hits one in the gap. Maybe we could score here. The pitch from Rio, the 1-1. It's popped up. And Rio is really on his game today. He makes mincemeat. Other than the single, nothing doing for the Dodgers. Through 6. We're 2/3 of the way through the game. It's 2-0 Reds. And boy, they have shut down this offense that scored 16 in the last game. Morgan goes out for the 7th against Hatcher. Hits one to Murray. He'll beat Hatcher to the base. 1 out for Oliver. Joe with not great expected numbers there. The 3-1 pitch is popped up. It's going to get out of the infield. Daniels coasting in. Makes the catch. 2 out for Rijo, who has a single. His 6th hit of the season. Hitting 231 against Morgan. 0-2 pitch is a ground ball to Sharperson. His first chance. And he gets it. We're through 6.5. Going to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 Reds. And that blast early on in the first inning might be the difference. The play with Eric Davis and sending Daniels might have been a play that I should have done. Again, that would have only been 1 run, and they are still currently down 2-0, so I'm not feeling too bad about that. Just would like to see the offense wake up here. Javier starts off the bottom of the 7th against Rio. I don't know if they're asleep or if Rio's just better. The 3-1 pitch to Javier. He walked him. So that if there's a chink in the armor of Rio, which is very strong, it's that he walks a lot of players. And again, we're going to take a chance here and steal. I normally would not, but losing 2-0 and this bottom of the lineup, if Harris was in there, maybe not. We're going to try to steal here. We'll see if they throw over first. If we get thrown out, I understand. First pitch to Sharperson. He's stolen it. That's his 6th. If there's another chink in the armor, I guess Rio does not hold runners on very well. So that's a strike to Sharperson. A base hit here scores a run and cuts the lead in half, but I'm more concerned about moving him over. Let's see if Sharperson can do that. And could Vizcaino get him home? The 0-1 pitch from Rijo. Oh, it's 0-2 now. And he strikes him out. 5th strikeout for Rijo. And no movement by the runner. So it's going to come down to can Vizcaino or Hamilton get a single here and get Javier home, or maybe an error. 100 pitches for Rio. Still got 30 to go. The 0-2 pitch to Vizcaino. It's a fly ball. Now that would have been great if Javier would have moved over, but he didn't. Davis coming in. Makes the catch easily. Javier holds the second. 2 outs for Hamilton. Made a good play in the field earlier. Has a chance to get a run in with a base hit against Rijo. The 2-1 offering. The ground ball to Seago. Should get the slow-footed Hamilton at first. He does. We're through 7. It's 2-0 Dodgers. Not really even a threat there. Okay. Morgan will lead off the next inning. So if we could waltz him through this 8th, that'd be great. And again, we go back to the bullpen question. Look at Cincinnati's bullpen. Yesterday they got rocked. They had to pitch 5 people. I guess I'm not allowed to look at their bullpen. Anyhow, my point was they used 5 relief pitchers yesterday, and they would have trouble today because they have to go through the rest of this. And they may in the other games, but Rio has made up for it today by pitching so good for so long. 7 innings. I think Armstrong got pulled in the third or the fourth. So he's making up for that damage that the Dodgers did yesterday. And if the Reds do go on to win this game and it's split, his last two games pretty much reset. All the work the Dodgers did in the first game goes out the window because of Rio's start. And he could finish the game himself based on the pitches that he's thrown. Still has 22 left. All right, to the eighth. Morgan, again, we're trying to coax through this inning so we can do a pinch hitter in the bottom of the eighth. Probably do that regardless. The full bullpen is ready for the Dodgers, so any slight feeling of this is going the wrong direction and Morgan's done, regardless of the pinch hitting situation. He'll face Larkin. Still has plenty of pitches in his arsenal. Has pitched great, too. It's a liner. That looks like that's going to be a base hit. It is. And here comes Morris, and that's probably going to be it. We cannot afford to give up any more runs, and we do have people in the bullpen who are available. And Morris does not hit well against lefties, so that's where we're going to go, at least for this batter. And then the rest of the lineup is right-handed. So we're going to use Searage right here. Well, I mean, do we really need to? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chance here. And this might cost me. But we're already down 2-0. The odds of us winning this game are very low. And I'd like to keep that lefty, especially since Walsh is still out, available for the next game. So we're going to give Morgan this. And then if he doesn't get Morris out, we got all righties. So we'll go to somebody in the bullpen who's right-handed. But I only have one lefty available. I'd like to hold on to him and get a second one. Go to Fernando here. I don't know that that's a good choice either. Yeah, we're gonna risk it here. See what Morgan can do. Maybe he gets lucky. Maybe he gives up a 2-run homer. There's a foul ball. Larkin not running, and I don't think he would, even if he did have a good percentage. 2-0 lead. Nobody out. The 0-2 pitch to Morris. Curveball popped up into the outfield. Deep fly ball. Gibson going back. He's got it. Took the chance, and it worked. All right, now we can pull him if you want to. But I really don't see a reason to. Duncan's 0 for 3. We're going to pitch to him. See what happens. Gives up a hit here. It's done. Or a walk. The 2-1 count is a ground ball to Murray. See what Eddie does with it. He's going to second. And they get Larkin. A speedy Larkin. They can't get Duncan. They can't get them both. They're both fast. But there's 2 outs now for Davis. And those numbers are too good for me. The slug is 418. Let's go to the bullpen and see what we have. Seems to hit lefties better. Anybody? And there's not much difference here. Holmes is available. I don't really want to go to Cruz either. We're going to let Mike Morgan get one more chance here. He didn't really give up a hit there. It's a fielder's choice. So we'll see if he can get through 8. Home run here, blows it open. 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. Okay, now he's finished. Up comes Braggs, and he's going to face somebody from the bullpen. Let's see who it is. Could be Cruz. Could go with Gott. Could go with Holmes. All of them are better. The only problem with Holmes is he does walk more. The on base is really high. I'd like to keep. Gott has been pitching well lately. We're going to try him. Although he did pitch. Did he pitch the last? He did pitch the last game. But if I lose him, I don't really lose a whole lot. That's what we're going to try. Could be Holmes, could be Gott, could be Cruz. We're going to go with Gott. I'll see if I got there. He's been pitching better lately. His ERA is down to 2.19 in 12 innings. Still giving up 13 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. But he does have good numbers here against Braggs. Let's see if he can retire him with a 627 OPS. A 0-2 pitch from Gott. He struck him out. That's what we wanted. So we get through that inning, 7.5, still 2-0 Reds. But at least we got a chance. Somebody else will have to pitch the 9th because we're going to the bench to see if we can find a hit. There's not much to choose from here. Brooks, Dempsey, Gonzalez. So let's see who has the best numbers here against Rijo. Probably nobody. And the answer is Gonzalez. They go with Brooks, who's been warmer, but he usually hits lefties better. So Jose's got a shot here to get us started here in the bottom of the 8th. Rijo at 108 pitches, the 1-2, struck him out. 6 strikeouts, and I could have left Gott in there for that. All right, he's at 113 pitches for Murray. This isn't the 9th inning, but this is pretty much the last chance for the Dodgers with these guys. You're going to have to get 2, so somebody has to get on base. Rijo, very strong. Hasn't really been in any trouble except the first. He walks Murray. That's his 3rd walk of the game. And you got somebody on for your best hitter, well, your best power hitter. So this is pretty much the game. If they don't score here, they're not going to score in the 9th. Not enough bench guys. So all out in this game, in this inning right here. We're not going to run Murray. We're going to let Daniels try and get ahead. He's got 2 so far. Trying to knock Rijo out of the game. The 2-1 pitch. It won't be a strikeout. Fastball. He balked. Does that make it 3-1? I guess it doesn't. Still 2-1. Murray moves to second. He's in scoring position. And Cal Daniels has good numbers. He homered his last game. He's 299 average, 626 on base, 497 slug for an OPS of 1.122. Looking for a big hit here and not a single. Against Rijo, we need something more, like an extra base hit, a double or higher. And we're back in the game. Rijo at 124 pitches. Expected pitch count is 130, although Randy Myers sitting in the bullpen heating up. So is Rob Dibble. I don't know if Norm Charlton is, because he was a potential starter. The infield, the wind is blowing in from center field at 12 miles an hour, so it's going to be difficult to hit a home run. Although Hal Morris did it earlier in the game. All right, enough talk. 2-1 count on Daniels. Here we go. Big play in this game, and he strikes out Daniels. All that talk for a strikeout. He's got 2 strikeouts this inning. Even though Murray's sitting at second, he's got a good morning and a good afternoon, and so should be the good night. He's now at 126 pitches. Decent numbers for Scioscia, but he's going to have to get a single here to get a run home. The 2-2 pitch is a base hit to center. And we're going to send Murray regardless. Let's see the percentage. 70%, so that's even lower than the play in the first inning. But against Rijo here, well, Gibson's on deck. I am not going to do it. I am not going to send him home. We need 2 runs. 1 run is not going to make the difference. And that's it. We knocked Rijo out. Scioscia's single there gets him knocked out from Meyer. And here's Gibson against Myers. Randy is an ace stopper. He's not a starting ace, but he's an ace out of the bullpen. He had a great regular season, a real season, and in the replay season, he's got a 1.27 ERA. He's only 2-2, but he has 7 saves, 28 and a third innings. He has half innings. He's given up 20 hits, 5 walks, and 32 strikeouts. So it's going to be difficult the rest of the way here. Javier comes up, will probably pinch hit with Hubie Brooks, who's better against left-handers. Sharperson and Vizcaino are better against left-handers. So that's the glimmer of hope. Gibson is also pretty good against left-handers, so we're going to leave him in. Going to need to get a hit here against Meyer. But the tying runs are on, first and third. So it's their best bullpen closer for the win for the Reds, leading 2-0. See what Gibson can do. 0 for 3 in the game. It'll be a 3-0 pitch from Meyer. And he walks in. Okay, the bases are loaded. 2 out for Javier, and he's not going to get a chance to hit. And I mean, I'm sorry to say that. I love Javier. He's a good player. It has nothing to do with, today being 0 for 2. But he just cannot hit lefties so far. And Hubie Brooks doesn't look like he's any better. But he has in the season done better against lefties. So we're going to put Hubie in. And he'll play in right field the rest of the game. I know those numbers look terrible, and they're probably not going to work out here. But I do want to show you his card to prove my thinking on this. He has hit lefties thus far in the season. 30 at-bats, he has 10 hits. He has an OPS of .942. And he does have the slug, 567. Okay, so Meyer starts off with a walk. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. It was 4 pitches. But the tying run is at second base with Scioscia, and we probably will try to send him home if there's a base hit here. So you got the bases loaded. Meyer's in a jam here, but he is their closer. He's going to have to get 4 outs to save this game. Sharperson and Vizcaino on deck hit lefties better. But the game right now is on Brooks' shoulder. A base hit here could tie it. Can Myers get out of the jam? If I see 2 strikes up there, you know what I think is going to happen next. First pitch is a throw down to first. Woo, and Gibson gets back. Wow. They almost picked Gibson off first. I don't know where he's going. He has nowhere to go. The bases are loaded. All right, so take a deep breath again. It's 1-0 count. See what Brooks can do. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to short. Larkins got it. Over to Duncan, and they get out of the jam. Myers delivers in the clutch. So it's still 2-0 through 8. We're going to have to make some changes on the roster. We can do a double switch here, but we're not going to. We want Brooks to stay in it, all right? Well, we have Gonzalez. We can use Gonzalez in the right field. Can I put him in there? I'm not going to be able to put him in there yet. All right. First. And I think we're going to face all Rays. So we can go with Holmes. We can go with Wetland. And that's what we'll do. We'll put Wetland in Brooks' spot. He's going to be my pitcher. And Gonzalez can play right field since he's a better fielder. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that was the Dodgers' best chance, so I'm not bringing anybody too good to pitch here. Wetland is mostly a mop-up guy. He has 75 pitches. He's going to face Sabo, Hatcher, and Oliver. Sabo hits one deep to center. The wind's blowing in, still at 12 miles an hour, and Gibson makes the catch. 1 out for Hatcher. He's now below the Mendoza line. Not off to a great start. He hits a ground ball to Vizcaino. Over to Murray. That's 2. The best thing Wetland's doing is not walking anybody, which is his major weakness. 13 walks and 10 strikeouts in 15 innings of the season. He'll face Oliver to try to get to the bottom of the ninth, still 2-0. The 3-0 pitch, right after I talked about walking. He walked it. All right, well, Myers is up next. They did not double switch. And I don't think they're going to pull him. I wouldn't. When they have. I guess we'll see Dibble in the ninth. Okay. Ron Ostertoaster's coming in. The pinch hit. He has good numbers. He has no homers, so I'm not too worried. Oliver, not a lot of speed at first. See what Whitland can do. The 1-2 pitch from Whitland. Struck him out. First and probably only K for Whitland. To the bottom of the ninth. Yep, here comes Rob Dibble. And remember that stuff I talked about, how Sharperson and Vizcaino are better against right-handers? Or left-handers? Yeah, that's not going to happen because Randy Myers is gone. They're using both of their closers here. I don't think there's anybody that's a better shot here. Definitely not for Sharperson, but looking ahead, I only have Rick Dempsey. Maybe Dempsey for Hamilton. I believe this is going to be 1, 2, 3 strikeouts, and we're done 2-0. In a good game, a good pitching. There's one. Here comes 2. No, a base hit for Vizcaino on the 0-2 pitch. All right, the tying run is at the plate for Jeff Hamilton. Against Dibble, I'm not going to prolong this by tying. A throw over. They pick him off? Nope, he's still there. He's not going anywhere. We're losing 2-0. Here's Hamilton. And because I stole 2 bases in the game, don't worry. The 1-2 pitch. He gets a base hit to center. Wow, maybe pulling Randy Myers was not the right choice. And the tying run is now at first base. Boy, if we could get to Murray, we'd have a chance against Dibble. Oh, boy. Okay. So here's what we need to do. If Gonzalez strikes out, I'm okay with that. Because at least Eddie Murray's going to get a chance to hit. And again, I don't want to re-emphasize this enough. Okay, maybe I do want to emphasize this. So this is why Murray and Daniels hit 1 and 2. And other people will say you need to hit him 3rd or 4th. He cleans up, get guys on base, get more RBI. I want Eddie Murray and Daniels hitting the most times possible in a game. If they're hitting 3rd or 4th, they have almost no chance of getting up in this half inning. I didn't think they had a chance to start with. But 2 singles from Vizcaino and Hamilton show that Dibble might be weak today. He might have minus stuff. So what we need from Gonzalez here, we don't need a hit. If he gets a hit or a walk, that's great. But right now, don't hit into a double play. Don't line out and get somebody knocked off. Don't hit on the ground and ground into a double play. He's pretty fast, though. So if he can just limit it to giving Murray a chance, then I feel better. We're still losing 2-0. But there's a the light at the end of the tunnel with Murray. If you can get to him, I know he has 0 hits on the game, but he's still hitting .354, second best in the National League. And Dibble's thrown 14 pitches already. Okay, let's see what happens. Don't hit it on the ground. Strike out even. Okay. He has a chance. The 1-2 pitch is a strikeout. And I'm okay with that because look who's coming up. No, Gibson's 4th. It's Eddie Murray with a chance to tie the game with a double or win the game with a home run, which he hit yesterday, a big 3-run shot. Dibble has 2 Ks, though, so I don't know if he has terrible stuff or not, but somehow we've gotten to the top of the order, and we've got a chance. It's all writing here. He has 4 game-winning RBIs on the season. All right, here we go. You thought the 8th inning was our only shot. Somehow, we're back up to the top of the lineup, and you got 1 at-bat here. See what Dibble does. Take a deep breath. With 2 outs, it's been an exciting game, even though they haven't scored. The 2-0 pitch from Dibble, there's going to be contact. And it's popped up. Well, at least they gave it a good shot. Larkin's under it. He's calling. Nobody's in the vicinity. And he makes the catch. And the Reds win 2-0, but boy, was it tougher than it looked. Jose Rijo with a great job pitching. Randy Meyer comes in and gets out of a bases-loaded jam. Rob Dibble shuts the door in the ninth, even though he gives up 2 singles. And the Reds have evened the series 1-1. And the Dodgers fail to get their 30th win. Cincinnati is now 2 games back of the Dodgers. Hal Morris with a big solo shot early on. Morgan pitched well. He got out of a jam in the 4th, only giving up 1 run, even though he had runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. And got out of it somehow with a play at the plate. Not a lot of hitting. Eddie Murray goes 0 for 4. That's very rare. And 5 plate appearances. He only gets 1 base. Rijo was the star. 7 2/3, 4 hits, 7 Ks. Meyer gets out of the jam. Dibble, a little shaky, but gets out of it. Mike Morgan, not terrible numbers, but he was facing the wrong guy. Gott comes in. Wetland pitches well. Great plays by Larkin, Gibson, Hamilton. A poor play by Eric Davis. Hal Morris gets the game-winning RBI, and of course, Rijo should get the MVP. The Dodgers lose their 20th game of the season. The Reds should vault back into 2nd place over San Francisco and 2 back. Didn't really feel like this was the game that was in our favor, especially with the starting pitcher matchup. But Mike Morgan did pitch well. I have to give him kudos. Unfortunately, that's his 3rd loss. But pitched well, lowered his ERA, I'm pretty sure. But 2 more games in this series, and Lenny Harris should be back for them. I'm excited to get to see him at 3rd, although Hamilton played well today, got a hit, and made a nice play in the field. For the Reds, they get somebody back tomorrow. That's Danny Jackson. He'll start against Jim Neidlinger. We'll see you then next time on Missed It by How Much.